Hello everyone, hello thugs, how you guys doing today? So in today's video, I'm gonna be focusing about the topic of PHub addictions. There's a lot of stuff wrong with watching Hub, and one thing that I want to talk about is how it drastically just has misinfluence on everything, right? And it's not only the hub, it is any place where you can watch scripted hub videos. It basically takes your mindset of how things of that nature work and just completely shift them. And the first thing I want to talk about is actual scripts. We'll get into like the other stuff later, but scripted hub videos, things like step and this happened and that happened. And when you take these videos and you take the scripting and you take these people that do this, especially young minds that have stumbled upon this stuff and are going through hormonal issues and puberty, and even if you're a little bit older and you're still addicted to it, it it plays what was the word I'm looking for? It plays stories in your head. It gives you false narratives on how things like that actually work. Um, and especially if you've never been with a woman or a man like that, if you're a woman or a man, if you've never been with someone like that, it'll just put a false narrative in your head as to how that works. Because more times than not, it doesn't work like that. More times than not, uh, people don't, how do I say this? People don't go on for as long as these scripted videos are for. People don't do things in real life as they do in these scripted videos, and you intake these videos and you think, oh, when I do it, I'm gonna do this and I do that and I'm gonna do this, and it ends up being so deteriorating when it actually happens. It ends up not going the way you like it, and if anything, you're just making the other person not feel as good as they could. Another thing, the way that I want to put this is Hub and Twitter and Reddit or whatever site you watch that stuff on, they are made for it. And what I mean by that is, think of it like a movie. There are actors and actresses that have the facial features or the body, oh, I'm sorry, I just hit my mic, or the body type that have the right role for the actor or the actress that they're playing as, the person, the character, whatever, the voice, even for the person that they're playing as, right? So when you take a look at hub videos and you take a look at Twitter videos and you see someone that has an unreasonable size in something, maybe it'd be their chest area, their genitalia area, or anything, their body shape, most of it, first of all, is scripted. And when you're like, what do you mean? How do they script that? There's people that they take pills, they get surgery to make their things appear larger than what they actually are. And there's just some people that have it born there naturally. I want to talk to my girls and my guys when I say that this is going to sound a little bit strange, but you just have to have an open mind. The average size for a male is, I think, around 5 inches. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like 4.8, 4.5. But all of these things you see on Hub and Twitter of these other men that have larger, they are the 1%, I promise you. But to you, it looks like the everyone, because that's all you intake. When you're intaking and you're scrolling on Hub and you're going through all of these videos, that's all you see is just people that are made for what they do. People that are made for Hub having what they have, and you apply that to everyone. And this is a big thing in relationships because women too, I think the average, chest size for like a grown woman would probably be like a C, right? But these other women's, they have double D's and they have these bodies that are look like models and Not every woman is built like that. Not every woman has an hourglass. Not every woman has a big chest size. Not every woman has big belungalungs, big booties. It's not. It's not how the world works. But it looks like that's how the world works, especially if you're addicted to watching it. You watch it every day. You watch it multiple times a day. You're slapping your meat every time, multiple times a day. You're intaking that. And then you apply it to the real world and real world relationships. And that's when you start failing. Because you want to go for a girl. Let's say you're 16 years old. You're a man. You just went through your puberty. You're 16 years old. You want a girl with a fat butt and big watermelons and this and that. And you start looking for a woman, and all you find are just the the average woman with average body types. You know what I'm saying? And I mean average in a way that population, as in there's multiple, like the average women have like C cups, or the average women have like certain size waist. That's what I mean by average, not average as in like ugly or pretty or anything like that. So you start finding women that you don't see online. You don't see on the hub. You don't see these women on the hub. You don't see these women on Twitter. And you're like, well, I don't want this. And you start bashing. And this is a problem with a lot of, usually men, boys even, where they bash women for not looking a certain agenda, or they bash women for doing something when they don't look the certain agenda. You should never bash someone for doing what they do in life. As long as they're, what I'm saying, not doing anything illegal. If you're murdering people, I mean, come on now. Let's be realistic. Obviously, what I'm saying. We can maybe speak a little bit on that. But if someone's just doing like adult content, adult films, I don't like it. I don't like adult films. I don't like people that get into the adult industry, because I think it plays into the addiction. But also, we have to realize that if there weren't adult films, the world would be so much different. There are some people that have addictions to the hub. There's some people that go to the hub so they don't go out and do something bad. There's people that are addicted to watching videos that are not also legal, so they don't go out and do something bad. And I'd honestly, you have to look at it in a way that what's worse and what's not. You have to look at it in a way that I'd rather someone be addicted to the hub than go out and do something to a woman because they want something like the hub. You know what I mean? So, in a sense, for that, it's really like a 50-50 conversation. But if you are someone who would just it is always so tired, always so draining, always so, you got acne, you got clear skin, you just look drained, and every single day you just get on there, you start smacking your meat. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Because when you release I'm not gonna say, you're releasing all that energy from your body. And you start to feel tired. You start not wanting to do anything. Your skin starts just, puffing up. You get red in the face. You get, all of the above. All because you're addicted, you know what I'm saying? You can't stop. But you can. I'm gonna get into that here in a second, on how you can stop, how other people stopped, how I stopped, how you can become celibate, and why you should become celibate. You know what I'm saying? So the reason you should, or I guess I'm gonna get into that in a second. But people, once again, you put false narratives into relationships. So when you get into a relationship with a guy, let's say you're a girl, you get into a relationship with a guy, and he's the average man, he has the average whatever, and you look at him, and you're thinking, oh, he has a small, oh, he can't do this, oh, he da 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 da, and you're someone who has never been with someone like that, like IRL and intimate and so on and so forth. All you're doing is just putting that false narrative into your head and then trying to make it become true. You're trying to make it become a true narrative that all men have to have really like sizes, and same thing with guys. When these girls have these certain type bodies on the hub, and you look at them and you're like, well, she doesn't have this, I don't even want to be with her, or she has to have this, or I can't be with her. And like I said, it's that bottom 1%. It's that bottom 1%. So, how you can stop going on the hub, how you can stop doing all this kind of stuff is, it's more simple than you think. Addictions are easy to beat if you want to. You have to be willing and you have to be open to wanting to beat your addictions. When you go on the hub, when you think about the hub, think about when you're doing it. Are you doing it when you're by yourself? Are you doing it when you're bored? Are you doing it when a girl talks to you? Are you doing it when you stop talking to a girl? When are you doing it? Find out when you're doing it. Are you doing it at night when you get off your Xbox, your PlayStation, your PC? Are you just in your room? It's so dark, or you know what I'm saying? When are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And when you feel those hormones connecting to you, and you think, "Oh, I want to get on the hub. I want to get on the hub." Think to yourself, like, just know. Get up. If you're laying down, get up. Do jumping jacks. Go outside. Take a walk. Do anything you can other than doing what you than relapsing. Work out. Eat some food. Don't like overeat, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get a snack or something. Watch a show. Talk to someone. Talk to your mother. Talk to your father. Talk to your sister. Talk to your brother. You know what I mean? But if you're only doing it when you're bored, that's the same thing as bored eating. You need to find something to fill that boredness. Because eating or going on the hub is not actually helping. I used to sit down. I'll tell you, I used to sit down. This is kind of unrelated, but I mean, it goes into the board system. I used to sit down. Every single time I sat down and watched something, I had to eat. I could not watch something if I wasn't eating. So I had to watch and eat, whether it be chips or whatever. And I would get off my game. I would see some lewd photos or whatever of some women. You know what I'm saying? And it would get me started up. You know, you go on the hub, and after it, you just feel so ashamed. You're like you're so tired. You didn't even want to do that. But once you take away that feeling of hormonal issues just arising whenever you see something that's somewhat lewd, or you even see some hub videos, once that feeling goes away, it goes away. It's like you don't even want to do anything anymore. You don't get that feeling anymore. After a few weeks, after a month, you don't even feel the need to want to do it. You don't even want to go on the hub. The hub, boy, what is that? You don't want to do that. You start really realizing how much easier it is without all of that stuff in your way, without that, you know what I'm saying, you're not being tired, you're so energized, your face is clearing up, you're happier, you have much more time in your day, you have so much more happiness in your life. And you start realizing that draining yourself every day or multiple times a day isn't good for you. You start realizing that it wasn't worth all that time that you did that. You start realizing that your life just feels so much more refreshing, that you've been reborn even. And I'm speaking from experience, as I said. Gooning, as they like to say, every single day, it's not good for you. Now, there's some people that they go on the hub like once a month, maybe to release some stress. I'm not saying that that's good, because I think that there's other ways to relieve stress, but it's better than being addicted. What a lot of people need to do, if you're a grown adult and you're addicted, obviously I'm not coming at you, but I really think that if you're above the age of 18 and you are addicted to the hub, that one thing that can really help you is seeking out relationships. Now, I know I say you shouldn't seek out a relationship, but I think that if you want to get over things like this, finding a woman, not a girl, a woman to help you in your life, in your journey. It doesn't even have to be like a relationship. Just finding a woman, because men can teach you, but not like a woman can. Women are very powerful in a lot of scenarios. But like I said, if you're a woman and you're above the age of 18, you're addicted. A man, you know what I'm saying? Just the opposite sex is gonna help you more than the same. I mean, unless you swing that way, then you know what I mean. But like, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. But like I said, when you watch all that stuff, it just gives you false narratives. It gives you bad intake on how the world actually works. It gives you bad perspectives on how sex actually works. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't work the same way as it does in Hub videos. It doesn't work the same way it does in those Twitter videos. The bodies is so much different than the women or the boys and the Hub videos and the Twitter videos, and you don't always have sex for that long. You know what I'm saying? There's some Hub videos that be like an hour long, and they're just going and going and going and going and going. I'll tell you that that's not how it actually works. These people are given pills and they take stuff to make themselves last longer. They record for hours. They stop multiple times. That's why there's so many cuts in videos and so many, you know what I'm saying, time skips. One time they're in one position and then it cuts to a different position. The whole time, that's 30 minutes later. You know what I mean? But you can't tell that because you're on the outside looking in. All you can do is just intake what's happening on your screen and just, you know what I'm saying? But this ties in to insecurities as well. When boys and girls, when they look at these Hub videos and then they look at themselves, their stuff ain't that big. You know what I'm saying? But once again, you have to realize that these people, they do these adult content films because of the fact that you know what I'm saying, they're the 1%. Brother, they're the 1%. Like I said though, that 1% to you looks like 100% because that's all you intake. You don't actually, you know what I'm saying? Once you stop realizing that that's not how the world works, that's not how everyone looks, that's not how the 1% is not 100%, it makes it so much easier to live your life. It makes it so much easier because you start feeling happier. You start not comparing yourself to that stuff. Like I said, it ties in with his insecurities. I hope you guys learn and intake from this video what I'm saying, and actually, if you are experiencing this, it's a problem. I'm not trying to make no jokes out of this. I know I done laughed a couple of times after what I said, but I promise you, this isn't a joke. Addictions to the Hub, addictions to Twitter, addictions to Reddit, all of that stuff, you scrolling and intaking all of that gooning stuff, bro. All of that false narrative shit. It's bad for you. It's so bad for you. Same thing with social media. I'll get into that in a different video though. But just remember that you can always quit. And you should. I recommend you quit. I never would recommend for you to go on the Hub ever. I think if you're an adult, I think the best way to deal with your, if you want to do that kind of stuff, is to be with someone. Yeah, I don't, and if you're not an adult, obviously I think your best option is to stop focusing on that kind of stuff. Because if you're not an adult, you shouldn't even be focusing on that at all. You should be focusing on, good grades. You should be focusing on bettering yourself, bettering your life overall. Bettering your, you know what I'm trying to say. I can't find the words. I'm a bit tired right now. But just realize that you are intaking this bad stuff every single time you watch it, every single time you get on it. It's just, deteriorating every single bit of like every single ounce of just security you have in your body about how you look, about how other people look, and just realize that it's doing you no good. You're doing no good from watching these videos, from getting on the hub every single day, multiple times a day. If you guys want to talk about this and you guys don't have anyone to talk to, I am always open to talk. I swear my DMs are open. I promise you. I read every single DM. Just because I don't reply to you does not mean I didn't see your DM. I get a lot of DMs about the same stuff. I got a lot of people saying that, oh, they love me and stuff like that, and they watch my videos and stuff. I am so appreciative of that. This is a little hiding spot. I am so appreciative of that. However, if I had to reply to all of those DMs, I'm not trying to like, you know what I'm saying, say anything, but if I had to reply to all of those DMs, I would be replying all day. You know, I reply to actual questions. I reply to general inquiries. I reply to people that's asking for my assistance on something that they can't get, or you know what I'm saying, of the such. If I'm busy, if I'm not busy, obviously. But yeah, my DMs are always open. Instagram, Discord, all in the description if you guys want to DM me. I think my Instagram is _Simir. I don't think I have that in my descriptions, but that's my Instagram if you guys prefer Instagram instead of like Discord or something like that. I don't know if you guys want to be anonymous about it, but you guys can always talk to me. Ask me for help, ask me for tips, asking me for anything, because I'm always there. Anything you guys, it doesn't even have to be about addictions. It can be about anything, and I'll listen. I promise. I'm here to talk. Anyways, I love y'all. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys stay blessed, and I hope you guys listened. More to come, more to life. No pun intended. Good night, stay safe. Goodbye. God loves you.